I do in bed that you don't like?
Kuimba gospel.
Hiyo ni wewe unafanyanga. Guy. Yani hii nimecomplain. Ati kana. Why should you sing gospel? Na mwambia bebe wangu animbie romantic. Hi my loves, how are you all doing?
What's up everybody? What's good? What's new?
What's trending? What's juicy? What's happening? This is Essy.
This is Pats from Essy and Pats YouTube channel.
And this is
the couple show.
So guys, we are having some juicy questions. Can you see here?
Extremely juicy, eh?
Extremely juicy.
Yeah.
So we are going to be sitting here, sipping our water, pole pole, and answering all these questions.
Okay? Tukiona hapo kwenye mtandao nikisema leteni Essy and Pats, leteni Essy and Pats, and finally, we are here, guys.
So, who is going to start?
Ladies first, of course.
Babe. Answer too.
Ladies first, we go with you.
Okay. Question number 1. Okay. One thing that we do together that makes you feel more connected to me.
I think cuddling.
Ooh.
Ama? Yeah, to me it's cuddling. To me it's cuddling. Yeah, that makes us feel like that makes me feel connected to you. Mostly cuddling. You?
Cuddling. As well cuddling. I'm spending time with you in the house. I feel like tukispend time na wewe kwa nyumba, tunaongeanga story mingi, tunakuwa updated na ku-update maisha yangu na ni-update so I feel more connected to you.
Nice. Question number one, eh?
One for me.
One kwangu, eh? In what ways have I changed since we got married?
You know?
No stop, eh?
Sichomi. In what ways? Number 1, umekuwa more available. Kitambo kwa available. Ulikuwa unaenda sana. Any free time ukipata, mara unaenda kuvisit. Yani, wewe unakuanga na ka free time kadogo. So ka free time ulikuwa unatumia kuenda sijui unaenda kuona nani. But now, the free time you get, we spend it together. Yeah.
I feel like it's both good and bad.
No.
So tuseme tu good peke yake. So.
It's good. Yeah, everything good. What things did I used to do in dating that I don't do in marriage and you miss them?
Things you don't do. I think calling. Kupiga simu. Kupiga simu.
Tukiwa dating
tukidate ulikuwa unanipigia like 50 times a day. Lakini saa hizi once we got married, I think it reduced to maybe 4 times a day at most.
But si nakupigia bado.
But you're supposed to call like every
hour.
So
you miss my voice.
You miss not even your voice, but
it's my voice you miss.
I think you're kusumbua. Na mimi sio
venye nakusumbuanga. But bado nakusumbua 4 times big time bana.
Hapa inafaa kwa mo. I think like I think every hour, because most of the time you're free, mimi ndio niko busy.
How will change.
Yeah, inafaa ku improve. I think that's the only thing yenye na feel maybe it may change. Uko na nyingine? Asa. What was your biggest fear about getting married? My biggest fear? Yeah.
No, you know, before you get married, you have what can I say? Before ukwe uolewe, unakuanga unajiambia vitu. Naenda hii place, naenda hivi, naenda but sasa kuna marafiki walikuwa wananiambia, wewe ukiolewa utakuwa unaenda mahali ama utakuwa kikaliwa ama hiyo. That was my fear. Ya sitakuwa na freedom of doing things. You get? So but so far so good. My fear unikali bado unifinyili nikitaka kutoka natoka but now the difference is I have to report to you. Lazima niombe ruhusa. Where are you? Unasema nini sasa? Lazima niombe ruhusa kutoka kwako. Kila kitu yenye nafanya. I have to update you.
So that's my number 2 question.
What is the biggest hurdle in a 8-year-old relationship? Kwanza.
Mimi nimesema sina.
Okay. Kukosa pesa tulikosa. After marriage.
Oh, by the way, so, that's a story I tell her.
After marriage, sasa kulikuwa na ka season yenye tulipata. Pesa zikapotea kabisa and huwezi omba mtu. So it was a challenge because sasa nyumba, chakula, like hizo vitu zote. So yeah,
I think that was our biggest hurdle.
Kabisa.
Yeah, 6 months after the wedding. Yeah, so.
Hii ni wewe babe.
What is your worst fight? What is our worst fight yet?
Our worst fight? Mostly we have small fights.
But worst?
Hatuna worst.
Hatujai
pigana. Actually, hatujai fight. Let me tell you something, guys.
You know,
couples don't fight over big issues. They fight over small issues. Alafu tuna escalate, tunafura, tunaenda sisi tunaenda kuenda. So hakuna. Okay, hapa hebu soma babe.
What is our worst fight yet?
There is no worst fight.
Most in the small fights, but we escalate them.
Yeah, but we escalate them.
Yeah, transfers za kwa kubwa. Maybe tunapigania kikombe maji. Something, yani kitu tu ujinga sana yenye hata I think hiyo ndio kitu tunafanya watu wanapigana sana.
Yeah. So to you, what do you think of flirting? Where do you draw the line? Yeah. And I remember you said something nasty.
Flirting is a no-go zone in this relationship. Flirting, no.
But at first ulikuwa...
At first me, I was okay with it. Flirting is okay. Everyone does. Everyone flirts.
What is flirting? You are not understanding the question.
I get, but you draw the line. You draw the line when it becomes intimate.
Hebu flirt na mimi.
Ndio nasema
flirt na mimi sahi.
Nadai kuko nini?
Hivyo ndio na flirting. Umeona? Flirting, everybody flirts, but nimemwambia flirt venye na flirting ati nadai kuku nini. Kwa hivyo ndio una flirting huko ati nadai kuku nini. Flirt umesema flirting is normal.
Everybody does.
Okay, how do you flirt? For example,
okay. You're beautiful.
Even ndio una flirting.
As in, I'm assuming we're in the middle of a conversation, nikwambie you're so beautiful.
Even ndio una flirting.
Utaniambia utafanya nini?
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
So in the middle of a conversation, then nikwambie kitu kama I'd like to have you.
Even ndio una flirting.
See, I'm just
not with me. Na nimekuambia
I'm doing it.
Pea watu wa Tuko example of how Patrick flirts.
Si tu twende.
Acha nione kama unaniharibia image uko nje.
Twende. Hi Essy.
Hi.
You look so good today.
Thank you.
I'd like to take you for coffee.
Wow. So you take people for coffee.
Tuendelee.
Where do you draw the line?
Umekuja kudistudy hapa bana. Wewe unapata example ya kuflirt. Unapata if I get the time I can and I will. If I get the time, but I don't. It's something I don't do.
Should I sip water at this point? Okay, where do you draw the line after flirting?
But you draw the line when it starts getting more, I think, intimate.
Okay, me, I don't like flirting.
Or sema you don't like
me, that? I don't like it. I'm married, but my husband flirts. Oh my God. But ni sawa tu.
In a dependent extent.
Okay.
I think it depends on the extent.
It's okay, baby.
Have you ever suspected me of cheating?
No. But since you said you are flirting...
No, I don't flirt.
How many people have you taken to coffee?
Wewe umekwama hapo.
No. Ni kama zina marry.
Let me ask you, when was the last time ulienda coffee?
No, azin nasema zimemari. Unajua tangu niseme we spend more time together. Unapata ngapi time ya kupeleka watu coffee?
Sijaipata, si ndio maana nakwambia.
Okay, sawa.
Nikipata time well and good.
No, I've never suspected my baby here for cheating. No, I've never. Plus me, I don't touch his phone, he doesn't touch mine. So sijui. I don't dig. I don't have time to dig. Huku kuna chemka. Unasikia hadi joto. Hadi umetoa jacket.
Kumechemka, mambo imechemka.
Unaona venye una flirting uko nje ukoona.
What is your take on communication with exes?
My take on communication? Me, I don't have a problem with communicating with exes. Hata nilienda hadi harusi. I went just the other day. I went to harusi ya ex wa huyu. And it was so nice and we hanged out. Hadi sisi ndio tulibaki kwa hiyo tent peke yetu tukiconverse. So yeah, the ex was good. So am I.
So your take is
no, there's no
you
problem.
don't have an issue with exes?
No, see, they are human beings, they are friends. We are friends. So I don't have any issue.
Haujai uuliza, huko kulikuwanga aje before nifike?
But your ex was good. Mwenye tulienda harusi yake. That one. What is your take on cheating? How do you define cheating? Maswali moto zinakupata.
Bana na mwenye aliandikizi maswali Tuko.
What's your
Mnipatie hizi zile moto.
What is your take on cheating?
What is my take on cheating?
How do you define cheating?
Cheating is sleeping with another person who is not your wife. I think simple, ama? I think that's the only definition of cheating.
How do you define and what is your take on cheating?
My take on cheating is a no.
Okay.
Complete, no, like complete in capital letters. No. Yeah. Should we share phone passwords?
No. No, it's a big no. We should not share. That's why it's called a mobile phone, no, baby.
No.
It's a mobile phone.
It's mobile but personal. That's why it's a personal thing.
Hey, it's a personal.
But
we should
for
not
me,
share.
Yes. So that in case of an emergency, I have access to your phone. Not to snoop around, but in case of an emergency, I have access to your phone.
Okay, I can give you my password, but you don't check inside.
Do I check your phone?
No.
Do you check my phone?
No.
Then
we have boundaries.
We have boundaries, yes, but passwords, I think you can just give it, but kwenye ile
shima pata ule mtu mwenye alikuwa na flat na pata message. We ndo yaribike.
Upate mafoto hapo na kile.
I don't have breaks.
But anyway, passwords, yes, but
no, but
limitations. Don't go looking for trouble. Which is the best time to have sex? Night, afternoon, or morning, and why?
Me? Me am a night person. Acha tu nijiseme. Me am a night person. I feel like night kuna more time. Morning ni acha na kazi. Una get?
So me am a morning person.
We ni morning person. Mimi ni evening. Evening na feeling there is more time. There is more.
Takangera kaya asubuhi.
Asubuhi ni una seti. Mtu anaenda kazi. Si ndio vile mama? Si ndio hivyo. Kwani unataka tudanganye kutuko.com. Alafu ngoja nione swali.
Morning, night, afternoon or morning, and why?
Afternoon sasa ni lenye haikutosha sana hizo masaa. So hapo afternoon ukipika Sima babe nimefanya. Oh, sorry. But morning, night is perfect for me. Mchana kama hatu kusikia vizuri asubuhi ama jioni, so niko like tunaweza.
For me, I think me I'm a morning person, but any time is okay. There's no accurate time for you to have sex if you're a couple. Anytime. Sisi inakuwa tu mahali popote, jikoni,
sometimes
bafu, wherever. So
it
just happens.
Compromise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Under what circumstances will you forgive me cheating on you? Under what circumstances will you forgive me cheating on you?
So you already said cheating is a
no. Under what circumstances? I could. Under what, as in it shall happen. Under what circumstances?
I don't think I can.
You can never forgive me.
I don't think I can.
Sasa mimi nikipata mtu anaflata mimi hai alafu
I don't think I can. I don't think. But sometimes I don't know, maybe we cross that bridge when we get there, but for now I don't think mentally I'm prepared like to
okay. Me okay. So
would you forgive?
Yeah, I can forgive.
Cheating? So no comment.
Okay, tuna imagine your circumstance, but iki happen na ni understandable for like morning person.
Kama depending na mwenye amechitiwa, mwenye nimecheat naye.
Like, ooh, this is good. This is fire. I can't nini, acha tu nichukue huyu. Acha tu nirudi na bwanangu because huyu akikuwa kama Delilah. Akikuwa kama Delilah. Baby, what do you want? Baby, are you okay? What? Acha tu nirudi na bwanangu.
Acha nirudi na bwanangu, tutapambania mbele.
Tutapambania mbele. Juu nikimwachia naweza kosa bwana. Aya baby.
Would you let me know when you want sex and how?
Yeah.
Danganya.
Mtu hata zidanganya huku tuko. Ai Mungu wangu we. Yeah, hebu soma tena. Would you let me know when you want sex? How? Naweza babe kuambia. Kwani sikuambia?
Hujawahi.
Okay, sijai but nakuvalianga tule tu vitu tu sexy.
Ndio nasema hujawahi.
Napita tu hivi ama sometimes nakuja ndele.
Hujawahi.
Nikiwa sina kakiru.
Hujawahi.
Unaona tu.
Actually communication hajawahi but communication yake hakutaka inakuanga hiyo, atapita hapo na kitu kafupi ama apita hapo tukifanya kitu
vizuri
ama kae kwa kiti suggestively, you know, kuna vitu tu anafanyanga zenye zina suggest but you've never.
Ama nikupikie vizuri bibi.
But you've never.
Alafu nikuvalie smart.
But you've never.
Sijai kuambia.
Awesome.
I want you today. Sijai kuambia hivyo.
Ama nitumie message kwa simu niambie na leo
it's getting down. But ni kama nitaanza. Hiyo ni one of my resolution 2024. Hii 2024 ukikuwa na nini? Na moto. Unakumbuka ile wimbo niambie mari ulipo hata kwa miguu nitakuja. Hiyo ni kama sasa ya. Hii ndio 2024. Resolution. Lazima.
How do you feel about discussing your sexual fantasies with boundaries with me?
Sasa mshaya.
Producer. Umeshinda tu hizi.
Huko ni mambo ya
kudum.
Nishe kuambia kwanza fantasy yangu.
Mingi.
Nishe boundaries and boundaries sinanga.
Boundaries I don't think kuna.
I don't sinanga ni boundaries na but fantasies. I discuss you fantasies.
Hata zingine katikati ya mechi.
Nikamwambia we
shika hapa.
Hebu jaribu hapo. Jaribu. From there, let's see. That was my fantasy, man.
Napenda TMI.
Sorry.
Boundaries hakuna, tumesoma boundaries.
Things I do in bed. Things I do in bed that you don't like.
Kuimba gospel.
Hiyo ni wewe unafanyanga. Guy. Yani hii nimecomplain. Tunaanza kidogo. Should I describe what I stop there? Ati kana. Why should you sing gospel? Na mwambia bebe wangu animbie romantic. But
lakini kama ujeka music on. Kama ujeka music on, si yenyewe inakuja kwa akili ndio mtu anaimba.
But zote zinakuwa tu gospel baby.
Na anything.
Zote zinakuwa gospel. Kai.
Basi zote siku yote mnaimbanga maybe ama
Wongo. Wewe unaimba tu gospel. What? Hata worship. Hata kama tuliambiwa sex is a worship. We take it to another level. Like what should you sing? Things concerning spiritual things. And we are doing worldly things.
Sawa. Mimi ni gospel. Wewe ni kuchoka haraka. Unataka tufanye zako. Anataka tufanye zake. Unataka tufanye zako, bado tutaki tufanye zangu.
No comment.
So
ndio kuambia Wakenya na chokanga. Hii rembo yote. Oh gosh. Wewe chokangi.
Ni top performer.
Top at the top.
Crème de la crème.
Crème de la crème. Msikione hivi.
Have you ever used my toothbrush?
Hata juzi nilisahau toothbrush yangu nimetumia yake for about 2 months.
Months. Hapana, one week ilikuwa 1 week ndio kapata ile red.
Mtu anasema jokes kwa hiki kipindi.
2 months ndio hata
jokes on you.
But yes, the answer is yes, obviously. Even if it's 2 months, but the answer is yes.
Sawa. When did I ever hurt you the most?
I don't think kuna instance yenye mimi hurt the most, but I think maybe kuni disappoint. Okay, sijui.
Nisha kudisappoint?
Before Rorasho. Guys, we almost cancel our tungekuwa hapa saizi. We were in the line ya kucancel Rorasho towards the D-Day. 1 week to I think.
So hapo ndio nilikudisappoint?
Hapo ndio ilikuwa umenikasirisha the most.
Do you mind explaining?
That's a story for another day, but
okay. Ni hata sikumbuki.
That's a story for unasawingi zote.
Sikumbuki. Ni nasawingi kila kitu yenye nafanyanga mbaya.
Ninakumbuka ni ile karibu ni kuachia birthday.
Sasa when did I ever hurt you the most? Hiyo swali kwanza ingekuwa yangu.
Ingekuwa huyu wewe, by the way ingekuwa yako
My husband hurt. Kuna kuanga na hurted. Me the most. Siku ya birthday yangu ananiambia it's over. Hiyo nilisikia kama dunia imeshuka, imepasuka, na ndio ilikuwa one of the first years in dating.
I think ilikuwa either first year
ama second. And I was so in love with this man. Ushaona mtu anakuambia shida ya huyu mtu ni hii but hauoni. Shida ya huyu kijana ni hii but wewe I'm madly in love with you. Alafu aniambia it's over na hakuna signs, symptoms of breakup. So that you did me bad.
What are your expectations from me as your hubby?
Don't shout. As in you take me as a mayai. Those are my expectations. But in this world,
growth
or growth wise, I'm expecting you to go far, bana.
Amen.
I'm expecting you to go far.
So,
money wise, financially.
It's any very thing.
Body wise. So niambie pia mimi nisikie fiti.
To sustain your business this time round. That's the only expectation I have.
Well,
you have a tendency ikikubwa unaanza kunini?
Kuachana naye.
So this time round I'm expecting utashikilia hiyo department vizuri kabisa.
Sawa.
You grow for
2024. We'll see me on billboards.
Yes,
my husband has spoken. Which bills or responsibility do you expect me to play in the house?
There's no, I don't think kuna specific bill ama responsibility we have. I remember tukipanga new year resolutions tulisema 25%, 75%.
So what we have agreed 2024, 25% of the total bills in the house goes to Essy, and 75% of the total bills goes to Patrick.
But mostly kitchen department na yake na laundry and all those yake. What is my most annoying character?
You have one yenye nakwambianga uchenjingi.
Gani?
Mi bwanangu anatafunanga tu toothpick kila mahali. Unatafunanga tu toothpick. Ukikula
ni kutafuna ama kudrop?
Unatafuna ukidrop kwa meza. Na hata maybe tumekula ndengu. Hata si nyama. Tumekula ndengu. Anakula toothpick anaacha kwa dining table. Anakula toothpick anaacha hapo kwa sitting room. Tukienda kulala, asubuhi ukipanguza hizi zinaitwa nini za kitanda, side drawers. Ameacha tena hapo toothpick. Why do you chew toothpicks? And they're good cook food for you.
I know, but ukitumia si, I think music kwa meza mostly ama
meza zote. Bebu naekanga kwa meza zote. Me that one annoys me.
Hiyo ndio inakasirisha
zaidi. Mimi za kuacha nguo chini. Mimi nasikianga ni wanumota konao shida. Lakini nawaomba mbadilishe tu. Sasa
au kuacha nguo chini.
Tumechoka kuokota manguo chini. Should we have a joint bank account or separate with secret passwords? Should we have a joint account or separate with secret passwords?
No, for us we have joint and you have separate. For joint is for
where is for
kamba mala malu. For joint ni what? Joint ni projects zenye tuko nazo. Then you have personal zenye si wenyewe tuna nini. tunafanya vitu zetu kivyetu, but we must, I think, inform each other when you're doing something. That's what I think we do mostly.
Yeah.
So we don't have secret accounts, we don't have whatever pseudo accounts and all.
Yeah, babe. Huku ni kwa bank.
Yes, I
Pseudo
know.
zishafika kwa bank.
Ni account bado.
Baidhe inaweza kukua pseudo yenye bibi yako ajui. Baidhe ni pseudo. Hiyo ni pseudo. Ameniitangwa nini? Unajua naweza jiingisha huku.
Ndio hiyo, but anyway, ndio hiyo secret account. Hatuna hizo.
Ameweka pesa ya coffee.
Hatuna. When is that one time you almost left me?
One time? Me, I love you, but I've never thought of leaving you.
Na si unanipenda sana, ala?
Kwani unipendi?
The observation.
Guy. Kwani kwani babe, wewe ushafikiria kuniacha?
Hivi unaitwa na passion me I love you bana.
What is a good quality that you wish I could notice in myself? Tiangi.
Unakuanga outstanding, but unagopanga, ni kama unagopanga
Mimi siogopangi.
Unagopanga babe.
Siogopangi.
Ulikuwa miss whatever, miss Kitui. Ilikuwa miss?
Mimi siogopangi
University. Na hiyo nakumbuka. Hiyo time nikukupush ufanye hizi zingine kama Miss World, jaribu ku try billboards and all those things, because you have the personality, but now
age.
No, there's nothing like age. Hata umezeka.
No, but
you look the part. Ama ni wetu ndio utakangi tu ku-explore that line ya nini, but
naonanga kama time ikiisha.
Jaisha. You're still there.
I'm still there.
Bado.
I'm still there.
Bado you're still there. Wekwa.
Nikuwa muno. My
My
husband has said I'm there.
Ndio, so itabidi uangalie hiyo line. Are there friends of mine you don't like me hanging out with?
You know the friends will be watching, but now, no, I love your friends. They are good friends.
But uko na wale unakuwa umeunderline.
Kuna wengine yani, but your friends are good.
Utaki kuchoma.
Your friends are good.
So.
What do you think about consulting each other before making decisions? It's
a good thing, especially for us. We consult each other before we do anything, like most of the time ama 90% of the time we consult. Nasikia kufanya hivi na hivi na hivi, nasikia kwenda place fulani, nasikia una get,
but sometimes unasahau,
but kuna times pia unasahau consult, but it's allowed.
But it's good to consult your partner if you are doing something, ama kama you are stepping out of the house, unamwambia mimi nimetoka kwa kuconsult about maybe a project. I want to do this type of project. Unaona aje nitaingia kwa moto ama so yeah.
So are there friends muuliza when was the last time you gossiped to your friends about me?
You know, during counseling unambiangwa don't gossip your partner. Kwa counseling
ya marriage, ya pastors,
don't gossip your partner. So mimi nilibaki hapo, don't gossip your partner with anyone else. Nakumbuka gossip ya reverend akisema hivyo, but nikita maybe kukuongelea
in a good way.
What is your biggest fear about the future?
About the future?
What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear, I think, not accomplishing what
have planned.
What I've planned. I think that's my biggest fear. Yeah. Wait.
Money, not having money,
That's
and
your
living
biggest
a
fear.
broke life. Me don't like being broke.
Yeah.
Me, I love money. I love good life. Me, I love good life. So that's why, so mimi spendi umaskini. So please future us. Please God.
You and poverty.
Me and poverty. We are done.
Mbili tofauti. Aye. Is there what is a conversation you have been avoiding but you need to have?
We talk everything. We talk everything.
There's nothing that you umekuwa ukitaka kuniuliza ama una feel
no. Me, I'm an open book to you.
So there's nothing.
There's nothing.
So.
What is your favorite way to reconnect when we have been apart for a while?
My favorite?
Yeah.
Cuddling. Me, I'm a cuddling person. Like,
Babe, tumepatana tu hivi kwa mlango. What is your favorite way of reconnecting with me?
Sio.
Baby, welcome.
Ndio hiyo.
So tunakuja cuddling.
Direct. Direct. That's my only way.
Only way.
Because sometimes
we
I
have
weeks,
reconnected.
Once I'm back, I'd rather even suspend whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
To continue
just spending time.
I
mean, in better words, spending time together. You know, baby. It's your turn, babe.
Mimi zangu zimeisha.
Do we spend quality time together?
Yes. Yes.
Aya, nikuulize ya mwisho. Ya mwisho. What weird thing you do and I don't know?
Weird thing. See anything in mind, sasa? Wewe?
Mtu ashaitwa boxer. Sniffy. Bye, guys. Yeah, sniffing a boxer, babe.
You sniff my boxers?
Oh my God.
Thank
you so much for watching this video.
Wait. You sniff my boxers?
Yeah, weird thing that now you know and you didn't know.
I think you're obsessed. I think you're obsessed. Anyway, bye guys. We love you.
Thank you so much for watching this video. We are Essy and Pats.
Essy and Pats on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Follow us and subscribe to our channel as well.
And YouTube. Essy and Pats. We love you.
I'm still stuck at
We'll be back again. Let's sniff these boxers.